kind of a slow start, but 2 Pestilence Spirit seems pretty good. No 2-drops though, or 1-drops. Can't say I'm super thrilled about that. If only this guy knew what I was playing, he wouldn't be thinking so hard about what he's doing. Playing this spicy jank. Man, talk about timing. That guy knows how to make a damn entrance. The other thing I don't like about Curious Obsession in this deck specifically is I can't target it with him, but I can do the Rogue's Gloves and have and equip him afterwards because it's whenever a spell targets him. So it's not abilities or anything like that. You know, it'd be super dope right now? A white mana or a Supreme Phantom. I would also accept a Faithful Watchdog or Resolute Watchdog. Oh, Snizzap. I just feel like it's suicide for me to even attempt to put that on him right now. So, we're gonna go like this. See if he's got a response. I mean, I feel like he's gotta have something. He's not gonna want to get hit for 5. So he's playing Jeskai. Is he playing Control? He's probably waiting for me to play something so we can counter it, so I'm not gonna do anything, because he's on a clock. He's got something stupid he wants to do to me. It's okay though. I am okay with it. So I guess let's go fishing. I mean, it's pretty easy to get greedy at this point, knowing that he has all this stuff going on. Like this right here, I knew that was coming. But he's going to set me up to play a lot of cards for the next turn. Hell yeah, take action. I'm going to get like one of the only 2 damn lands I got going on here. We'll get that one. Already got blue, so we'll get black. Hopefully he doesn't have any removal. Get a board wipe it away? No? Okay. Well, let's get in there. Damn, another settled. Dope. Yes, take action. Hook it up, brother. Bet you weren't expecting that. Frog demon up in that ass. Gonna just pop you into his mouth like popcorn. So this type of situation is exactly why I have the Resolute Watchdog, but at the same time, I mean, he's playing Settles. There's not a lot I can do about that. I don't like where this is going. Ugh. What's there to think about, man? Go ahead, spend your little freaking cracker tokens. Crackerjack prizes. See, he either loses Niv Mizzet or takes 9 or 10 to the grill. I don't know what he's got in his hand, but when Niv Mizzet hits the table, you typically don't have long to live. Unfortunately. And Niv Mizzet, as it turns out, does not have long to live. So we'll go ahead and play this spicy meatball right here. What are you thinking about, bro? Or maybe he's just pulling his hair out of his head and that takes time. So, God, I know he's gonna have like a cleansing Nova or something like that. So I feel like I gotta keep this on the board, but that's 8, 9. I mean, that really puts him on a clock if I play this last dude, so I'm gonna be greedy. Risk it for the biscuit. See if he's got it. Yep, you can't attack me next turn, sir. Unless you spend your manas. He's probably going to beat me. I know he's got to have a board wipe. And if he doesn't, I mean... But he will. He'll have a cleansing Nova, and that will end me. Or there's that too. Forgot about that one. No, we're just going to call it. He's got too many cards, and I'm top decking. I don't know that I have anything I can recover that from that with. Alright, tap target creature, obsession. So, what I really need to do here is Curse Obsession. He's not going to let fly. Not at all. So, make a stand will have to go back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely Duress. Rogue's Gloves come out. Settle the Wreckage seems largely worthless against this guy. Carnival doesn't seem like it's going to be super effective, but he does have the Niv Mizzet. I just don't know that I care. I think I'm just going to keep presenting him with threats that he can't ignore, and that should be enough. So let's go ahead and we'll cut one of those. No, we're just going to cut those entirely. Go 1, 2, 3. And then we're also going to go with Chart a Course. Get some card draw. Get that card draw. Yes, of course I want to play first. Who wouldn't? I mean, who wouldn't? Alright, so I have no land, so I obviously can't keep that hand. I mean, this is moderately better, I guess. But I can play a Duress and a deckhand. So, we'll keep. Pestilence Spirit. That's really pushing it because I'm going to need to draw a land to play it. So, as much as I hate to do it, it's got to go on the bottom. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? has so many cards. Well, that's what I was looking for there, so that's good. Guess the thing to do is to just throw this bad boy down. And then next turn, duress him. So my alternate sideboard has 4 duress, 4 thought erasures, 2 drill bits, 2 Argyl's Bloodfast, and then I forgot what the other 3 cards are, but just with those it's pretty ugly. I feel like I'd be able to just pick their hand apart until there was nothing of worth in there. Oh my god, look at all that stuff he's got. Well, I mean, that's super interesting. So, we're gonna go with Deafening Clarion, I think. Yeah. Oh, Deafening Clarion isn't affected by indestructibility, but he does have 2 settles. I mean, he's gonna be forced to use them, I guess. So. So this is actually the matchup I was looking for. Maybe not Jeskai, but Esper. And I really wanted this matchup because I wanted to fight against someone who was playing control. I mean, I do really well against aggro decks, but I'm not battling an aggro deck right now, so I need to make sure that I'm, you know, preparing myself for said control decks. So perhaps, you know, maybe 1 or 2 extra cards in the board for getting rid of, you know, just give me a little bit more of an edge against aggro decks that are really oppressive or just come across faster than I can, and then the rest just be straight control hate. I mean, having some counter spells would be great. Maybe just 3 negates or something, or I mean, 3 negates would be pretty legit. Get rid of those stupid settle the wreckages that I don't much care for. So let's see if he decides to do anything about this. He doesn't seem terribly threatened. He does have a Syncopate, which he's just waiting for me to cast something, so I'm just going to sit on my cards. If he wants to choose not to cast anything, I'm okay. He has Dive down, so I mean, he's putting a lot of investment into his Niv Mizzet. Really banking on the fact that, you know, Niv Mizzet is going to win him the game. Okay, so if I'm going to play something, now is probably the turn to do it. So let's go ahead and hit him. I mean, he has like 1. He's can't cast anything but 1 card in his hand. The one I can't see, so I don't know what he's thinking about. Do I treasure map or don't I treasure map? Maybe he's just had a long day at work and these decisions are hard for him. I try to think about what other people are going through to make sure, you know, I'm really being fair in all respects. Try to see it from their side. Yes, attack him. I want to fucking spook the shit out of you with my Ghost Pirate. Ruh-roh. Course has been charted, sir. Damn. No land. Really wanted land. And he's creeping up on Niv territory. He only needs 1 more. 1 red or 1 blue, and he is good. I suspect he has it. But at least I have enough critters now where I could start really forcing his hand. I mean, if he drops a Niv right now, I am in some deep shit. He did not. Thank you. Not really putting a lot of pressure on him. I mean, kind of has the ability to do whatever the hell he wants, but just whittling away at you, 2 damage at a time, brah. Well, there's the land I really wanted. Yes, take action. So we have... We need 1 more black, I think, to be able to cast everything in the deck. Betty good. So now I should have enough to be able to just cast whatever the hell I want. I think the thing to do here is to... Oh, it's still combat phase. Well, now he can't counter nothing. So we're gonna throw down some tasty morsels here. What is there to think about? Seriously, bro. He's probably just really scared. I mean, look at that. It's a skeleton covered in poison. That would scare most people. So part of me that just really wants to believe that this guy like has no idea what to do about this deck, because just about everything's unblockable. It's all pretty well costed. I've got lots of it. Time to get in there. God, if he has an expansion explosion, this is gonna suck. Really don't want him to have one in his hand. Really don't. Damn. He's using settles like Vraska's Contempts. I like it though. I can respect it. Ooh, he's got some nasty stuff brewing over there. So I guess 5 lets me play Yargle, or I can play 2 critters. 2 critters, and I don't have indestructibility, so if he has a Deafening Clarion, I'm just going to lose out. That'd be very saddening. So I think the real play here is to go ahead and play Forbidding Spirit. I'm going to play Notion Rain. Ooh, I like that card. I don't like that card. So this is working out a little bit better with the card draw. Uh-oh. Let's see what this guy's got going on. Let's go ahead and duress him. If he's got a counterspell, that'll fish it out. And if he's counting my mana, he must have something in his hand he really wants to keep. Ooh. Settle the Wreckage. And other one. So, kind of okay with the Settle the Wreckage. The Syncopate, not so much, because he's going to get something useful with that. I don't know how I feel about that, so... yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll get rid of that. He's got no counter spells now. I know what to expect. So let's go... Pestilent Spirit. It's like he's got to read these cards for the first time every time. They haven't changed since last time, bro. Promise. Forbidding Spirit. And we'll do Remorseful Cleric. Drawing cards. That's right, he can do that. Another card. What kind of spells will he have? Well, all I know is I can just block with my spirit. And I can just remove his graveyard, making his guy do 0 damage. So I feel like I'm not worried at all. No, you don't want to do that, bro? Alright, I'm cool with it. Guess we'll start off with one of these numbers here and see what we can get out of him. Yeah, draw a new card for me to steal out of your hand. I want to make sure I get something good. Death Touch Duress! Oh, that's cool. I've never played against that card. I think it's a super badass card, but never actually played against it, so that's kind of neat that he's got that, so I can respect that. Awesome. We've got all these dive downs. I don't suspect I'm going to be able to get through doing anything with that, so I guess the thing to do is, God, answer sorcery spells during that player's next turn. Well, I don't really have any instants or sorceries, but I don't like that he can gain all that life and do all that other stuff. Well, he can't do anything about that, so I'm okay with it. So I guess I'll play this and just hope to ever-loving Jesus that he does not draw a Deafening Clarion. If he draws that, I'm going to be so upset. But that would be my luck, you know? I mean, that's what we need. We need him to not draw that. So I mean, I can basically turn the Enigma Drake into a turd. I don't even need to worry about that. But I need to kill him before he gets that Lawbringer out, because that's going to do work on me. If he's able to draw tons of cards and get all that life back, I mean, it's going to be over before it even really starts. Now, if I draw a Departed Deckhand next turn, oh, now we're cooking with gas. I mean, he could be in a lot of trouble. Make Yargle unblockable. Oh yeah, here we go. He's only got one blue. Instants or sorcery spells on my next turn. Okay, that's fine. I've only got like 2 of those anyway. Okay. Yeah, pass. My turn. Now, if that was not perfect. So effing dope. I love that card. Alright, so I guess the plan of attack here is to swing with everything. Yeah, let's fuck him up, dude. I got all these dudes out now. It's time to turn up. I probably should have just figured this out, but I don't even care. This is going to be awesome. Yeah, block Yargle. Block Yargle. Okay. So he'll end up taking 5? That doesn't seem like a lot. Man's best friend, or frog demons in this case. Squish. Super dope. So let's see. Will the game be over if he draws the Deafening Clarion? Probably. I mean, how much life can he honestly gain? So if he does this, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tied up. So 4, 5. Ugh. Gain 5 and draw 5 cards. That seems horrendous. But I don't think I have much of a choice. Definitely play Dive Down. No sense in wasting the card. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. If he plays Deafening Clarion, I'm gonna lose my shit. This thing doesn't have Vigilance or anything, does it? No, it doesn't. Good. Fuck that guy. He's got to pay 2 to attack. Alright. So we can do for 5, which will leave him just wide open. And he will get annihilated with what I have on the board. Forbidding Spirit is so sick. This is what... So the premise behind the deck is that I have enough evasion where they just... their blockers don't matter much, so I'm always getting through. And then I have just enough in the deck to slow them down so that in order for them to keep up, you know, they have to play greedy, which forces them into settles and just costs them resources. And as it stands, I mean, this makes it so hard for them to really, really just stay on top of it. Yes, there you go. Very good. So I suppose I don't like the idea that he has that really, really irritating card. So the Duress has to stay. Sky Tether. I feel like it sort of helped there, but I mean, all of his stuff is literally just... I don't want to give him anything he can actually use on me, so I'm just going to play greedy this game, try Curious Obsession, and see if I can't make it work, because I have 1, 2, 3 anti-board wipe cards. As long as, you know, he's got the Deafening Clarion. And this, he doesn't seem to have a lot of creatures, so the Sky Tethers aren't really helping me much. I feel like this is probably going to be the best course of action. Of course, I'll be on the draw. But that's okay, he doesn't really have... His deck's not very fast. I suppose it probably could be, but it just isn't. curious as to what he's going to be sideboarding in. Always waiting on my opponent. Always gonna have to open up with a hand that can't be played, followed by a hand that's barely playable. I'm on the draw, so that would be really helpful to get a playable card. Hallowed Fountain, no, that's a hard pass. Cool, another land. That's what I needed, right? Watery Grave, Intercept. Okay, well I did get a Yargle. That's pretty cool. Rutrow, what's he doing? Ooh. Ooh. No thanks. Hard pass on that. Hard pass on that. Okay, so he's got enough to do that. Just go ahead and hit him and see how ambitious he is. You wanna settle me, bro? I dare you. Yes. Learned your lesson last time. You can't let him sit out there or he will pirate shank you all game. Let's go ahead and Ocean Rain. Don't need that. I will keep that. What is that? What is that card? Sacred Foundry. Played that already. Godless Shrine. I feel like I can't afford for him to play a Teferi out of the blue, so we're just going to go ahead and do this again. Yes, that was definitely a score. Starting to think that maybe I should just go with the sideboard that allows me to just absolutely train wreck, you know, any sort of deck that he plays that's got control. That way I can just, you know, forethought erasures and basically do everything else to just blow his hand apart that he can't handle. Man, Yargle is so clutch, man. Guy's just so good. And I don't need to do shit. I'm just gonna sit here and let him try to do something about Yargle. If he doesn't have an answer, he dies. Yargle is such a boss.